Morning. This is Nita and Miss Panda with the Timepiece Garden. Yes, we're in Garden 3. It's 10 o'clock. It's already 63 degrees outside. Yes, I'm out here in some capris. It's going to be a gorgeous day. Having said that, what are we going to do? We're going to finish planting daffodils and garlic and onions. We're also going to block off the spots where the hazelnuts are supposed to go so I can start, getting the grass in that central area to die off where they're going to get planted. I will probably end up shortening this A-frame because everything on the back side is already dead. And just adjusting it to the smaller size. That way I can continue to work on spring prepping for the food that I will be growing in here. So that's what we're gonna do. Panda's already over there going, whatever, Mom, get to work. So I'm gonna get to work. Talk to you later. All right, some areas go really, really fast. Being that I've had the leaves and the paper here, you get up underneath the paper and the ground is soft, it's supple, you scoot the leaves away, which is what happens in the forest. You get that rich soil that naturally happens. It worked great. I'm using my little hand shovel there. Whew. Say this is the farthest northest corner. Those are the onions that are in here. Those are the, trying to make sure you can see the name, daffodils that are in here, and then some garlic. What they do is they kind of circle, because my elderberries are in a triangle. They circle. They start along the edge here, right at the plastic. They come down around in between these two boards, and then back up around to the plastic, and then there's some in between there up along the plastic. And the goal between the onions and the garlic and the daffodils, as I understand it, it's like a ring of defense. Moles or whatever, gophers, voles, will hit the bulbs, and they don't like it, and so they will go around it. Had I known this, I would have done this when I put the elderberry in. So we'll see. We'll see how well it works. Having said that, this is where I'm going to put a hazelnut. And this one I've got to do a little differently. I forgot with both locations for the hazelnuts to do any kind of winter prep. So now I'm doing spring prep. Got the whole pile here, about 8 inches deep-ish. Right now I've got it all piled up in the middle, because that way I can take the onions and the daffodils and the garlic and do my circle around it. And then I'm going to use some of my compost mulch and mix it in with the soil here. Does that make sense? And bury them back, and that way when the hazelnuts come in, because they will be, they'll be little 2-footers like I got everywhere else, but when they come in, I'll be able to dig a center mound and put them in. Does that make sense? We'll get there, just not there yet. But that way they get a fresh start, even though they've not had, 3 years worth and 2 years worth of nutrition. They get some fast nutrition really quick. So that's what we're gonna do. Talk to you in a few. Alrighty, it's 1:30. Where the hazelnuts are gonna go is planted, except for the hazelnuts, and there's a nice open hole full of compost and mixed in with the soil that was there, so they'll be ready to plant whenever they get here. Garlic, onions, and daffodils are in place over there. Garlic, onions, and daffodils are in place over here. And I knew this was going to be the hardest digging area. My elderberries have been here for 3 years. Does that make sense? Those roots are in there. They're there. So digging around them was a little rough, but better than moles eating the roots. So now we get to go do all the beds. Should be relatively easy. Those are newer beds. The soil's not as packed down. So let me go get busy. Talk to you in a few. So the inspector here, she's a little mad because I'm not done. Saw that. She just walked off. She was like, get to it. You know how it is. Supervisor, got to do what they say. All right, having said that, I'm done with everybody but this one. This is the, is it peach? That's not here yet. Just like the cherries that are supposed to be in this row are not here yet. Everybody else is done and planted. All their bulbs are where they're supposed to be, down there, just everywhere. Had to take the A-frame down on the plastic. So, and this, I won't lie, is the last of the winter garden. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 turnips, 1 strawberry left. Oh wait, 5 turnips, 6 turnips. You know, and I'm gonna let them go. They'll, do what they want to do. If they die back, it's okay. Because it's, again, when I'm done with the bulbs, in the next week or so, I got to bring the broccoli out here and get it planted. But I will also plant my spring turnips and radishes, things that will take a cold frost and just keep on going. So, anyway, let me get the last of the daffodils planted, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Doesn't that spinach look good? All right, I gave myself the last task of the day since I was out here. I was going to do some weeding. Having said that, a weed is something that you did not plant there. That's all a weed is. And I say that because what I'm weeding is this right here. This is wild cardamom. I'm trying to see if I can zoom in so you can see the flowers really well. Little 4-petaled white flowers. They grow in a rosette with their leaves. That's probably a better one where you can see it. And each layer of leaves just come up more and more and more. Does that make sense? Now, cardamom is edible. But if you eat too much, it has a laxative quality. There you go. Here's another one that shows that rosette. It just grows around in a circle, layer upon layer upon layer. So it's a great accent to a salad. Does that make sense? You can add it to a stir fry. It is a great early spring green. You just can't eat nothing but cardamom because it'll clean you out. Having said that, what's left over here, kind of in that groove right there, are spinaches that are still doing awesome. Same thing over here. I've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spinaches kind of right there. Hey, there you go, that are younger than these other ones, but they are still doing awesome. So the goal was to see if I could weed them a little. So when I come over here, yes, I've not done anything with the crates yet. Daffodils and trees were the important thing, so I don't get moles from here up there. They need to stay down here until I do this. But I've still got a couple of radishes in here, there, and then I've still got some mustard greens. There's a patch of it here. There's a couple more there. I mean, I've got some mustard greens in here. So, I won't lie, I pulled the cardamom out. And I still have a couple of orchas trying to grow. There's one. There's one. There's a couple of little ones over here. There's a couple, right there. I still have some orchards trying to grow. So, pulled the cardamom out. Now, if I truly want cardamom, there's back here under the crates, there's a whole bunch of it under here that I didn't bother pulling. I got nothing growing over there. So, but that way, what is in here can, grow uninterrupted. And when I go to sink the carts into the beds, it'll be easier for me to pull out the actual food that I have planted in here. So, but that's all I did today, was just weed. I'm a little tired. I'm done. I came in to see if they needed some water. They don't. They're still doing just fine. Yeah, it was warm in here. Hoop tunnel works well. It does what it's supposed to do. All right, having said that, Panda's over there. She's been, I'm going to tell you, teasing the cows, but not teasing them. She knows she's not allowed to mess with them, but she's a blue heeler. Blue heelers run a herd. So she'll go to the other side of the fence and she'll stand there and she'll look at them. Oh, there she is. She's right there. I don't know if you can see her through the trees. You see her? She's on the other side of the fence. She's not chasing the cows. She knows not to chase them. But she's over there making sure that they know she's here. She is so silly. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna go inside, take a shower, do some dinner. You know, just kind of hang out. So Miss Panda and I, we'll talk to you later.